Kevin Costner responds to Yellowstone Season 5 finale. Kevin Costner has finally shared his thoughts on the Yellowstone Season 5 finale. Titled Life is a Promise, the episode saw the Dutton family relinquish their claim to the Yellowstone Ranch, fulfilling the long-foretold prophecy from its prequel, 1883, that the land would return to its original stewards. Meanwhile, Beth Kelly Riley and Rip Kohlhauser set off for a new beginning on a ranch in Dillon, Montana, leaving their bloodied redemption at Yellowstone Ranch behind. Ultimately, scheduling conflicts appeared to seal Costner's decision to leave, closing the book on John Dutton's reign as patriarch of the titular ranch. When asked about his opinion on the finale by DailyMail.com, Costner gave a brief, yet candid response. The actor's exit from Yellowstone had loomed over the latter half of Season 5, marking a dramatic shift in the show's narrative. His departure also sparked widespread speculation about behind-the-scenes drama, from rumored creative differences with series creator Taylor Sheridan to Costner's growing focus on directing and starring in his Western epic film series, Horizon. Here's what he had to say. Costner's indifference toward the finale highlights a stark tension between his departure from the series and the show's attempts to deliver a meaningful conclusion. The Yellowstone Season 5 finale saw Case Dutton selling the family ranch to Chief Thomas Rainwater as the land eventually returns to its indigenous caretakers. While this marked a poetic end for the Dutton family's hold on the Yellowstone Ranch, it also served as a symbolic transition, paving the way for new stories in Sheridan's growing neo-Western universe. Despite the end of the main series, Sheridan has several spin-offs in development. The untitled series focusing on Beth and Rip is expected to continue their story in Dillon, while other projects like 1944 and 6666 remain in varying stages of planning. Executive producer Christina Voros has hinted that decisions about these spin-offs depend on Sheridan's evolving creative priorities. Nonetheless, spin-offs such as the miniseries 1883 and the show 1923, the latter led by Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren, have already expanded the Yellowstone universe by delving into the Dutton family's history throughout 19th and 20th century America. The upcoming Season 2 of 1923 and other projects, like The Madison, promise to further explore this legacy, demonstrating Paramount's commitment to keeping the franchise alive even without its original leading man. Costner's comments reflect the complicated legacy of his time on Yellowstone. As John Dutton, he helped establish the series as a cultural phenomenon and a powerhouse franchise. However, his apparent disinterest in the finale shows his ultimate priority is the 4 epic westerns, Horizon, an American saga, which the veteran actor is directing, co-writing, producing, and starring in. As the franchise moves forward, the focus will shift to new characters, new conflicts, and the enduring legacy of the Dutton name. Sheridan's ambitious storytelling has proven resilient, and with 1923, The Madison, and the Beth and Rip spin-off on the horizon, the Yellowstone universe shows no signs of fading. For fans, there's plenty more to look forward to, even if the ranch itself has finally returned to its rightful stewards. As the final moments of Yellowstone Season 5 aired, a wave of shock and excitement swept through viewers, leaving fans reeling from the intense cliffhangers. The high-stakes drama, powerful performances, and gripping storytelling had led up to a point that seemed destined to change the course of the show forever. But amid the chaos and intrigue, one question lingered in the air. How would Kevin Costner, the iconic star of the show, respond to this season's final moments? Known for his portrayal of John Dutton, the fierce and complicated patriarch of the Dutton family, Costner's portrayal of this character had been central to the series since day one. In an exclusive interview with Entertainment Weekly, Costner opened up about his thoughts on the shocking turn of events and the future of Yellowstone. His response was filled with both insight and emotion, reflecting on the journey he's taken with the show, the profound impact the character of John Dutton has had on him, and what lies ahead for the legacy of the Dutton family. The weight of John Dutton's legacy. Costner didn't shy away from discussing the immense responsibility he felt in bringing John Dutton to life. The character, who is both a man of integrity and ruthlessness, has evolved significantly over the seasons. From fighting to preserve the Dutton family's land to facing off with political and corporate adversaries, John's journey has been one of complex moral choices and emotional turmoil. The finale of Season 5 was a culmination of everything John has gone through, and it hits him harder than anything he's faced before. Costner shared, his voice tinged with emotion. It's a moment where the choices he's made over the years, both as a father and as the head of the family, come crashing down on him. For me, it was an incredibly intense scene to film, not just because of the stakes, but because I truly felt that sense of finality. John Dutton has always been a man who carried the weight of the world on his shoulders, but in those final moments of the season, you see him realize that maybe he can't carry it any longer. Costner admitted that stepping into John's boots has never been an easy task, but it's one that he's embraced with the utmost dedication. When I first took on this role, I knew it would be demanding, but I had no idea just how much it would come to define my career. John Dutton is such a layered character, and each season he's faced with choices that test not just his strength, but his heart. It's been a privilege to explore that. The finale, a bold step forward. The Yellowstone Season 5 finale was one of the most talked about episodes in recent memory, with its shocking twist leaving fans questioning what's next for the Dutton family. With rumors swirling that this season could mark the end of Costner's time on the show, many were left wondering if John Dutton's fate had been sealed in the finale. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I will say that the finale is a game-changer, Costner said, offering a rare glimpse into his thoughts on the dramatic events. It's a bold move, not just for the characters, but for the direction this show is going to take. I think fans will be surprised by what's to come. The beauty of Yellowstone is that it never plays it safe. It's a show that isn't afraid to push boundaries, and this finale is a perfect example of that. While Costner remained tight-lipped about any specific plot points, it was clear that the finale had left a deep mark on him. I think the biggest thing we're all feeling right now is just how powerful the moments in the finale are. It's a turning point for everyone involved. For John Dutton, for his family, for the land they fought so hard to protect. It's all come down to this. The end of an era. One of the most intriguing aspects of Costner's response was his reflection on whether this would be the end of John Dutton's journey on Yellowstone. With rumors circulating about Costner's potential departure from the show, many fans were bracing themselves for a future without their beloved Dutton patriarch. I've always believed in the importance of telling a story from start to finish, Costner explained. When you take on a character like John Dutton, you want to make sure you've done it justice. If it's the end of John's story, then I'll be at peace with that. But if the story continues in a different form, I'm excited to see where it goes. Costner also emphasized the importance of the entire Yellowstone team in making the show what it is. The cast and crew have been incredible throughout this journey, he said. It's not just my story, it's the story of the Dutton family as a whole. The writers, directors, and everyone behind the scenes have made sure that Yellowstone is always evolving. So whether or not I'm a part of the next chapter, I know the show will continue to be something special. While Costner was careful not to confirm any specific details about his future on the show, his words hinted at the possibility of a new direction for the Dutton family saga, one that could involve new faces and fresh perspectives. There are a lot of stories left to be told in the Yellowstone universe, Costner said. Whether or not John Dutton is at the center of them, I think Yellowstone will continue to capture the hearts of its audience. Reflecting on the impact of Yellowstone. As the conversation turned more reflective, Costner spoke about the lasting impact Yellowstone has had on both him and its fans. I've had the privilege of being a part of something that has resonated with so many people, he said. The show has touched on themes of family, loyalty, power, and sacrifice, and I think that's why it's connected with such a wide audience. It's a show that taps into universal emotions, and for me, that's what makes it so powerful. Costner also took a moment to praise the show's creator, Taylor Sheridan, for his vision and storytelling. Taylor is a genius, Costner said. He's created a world that feels so real, and he's given us the opportunity to dive deep into these characters. I've learned so much from him over the years, and I'm incredibly grateful for that.